Hello. Whew. All right. Good morning, everybody. A lot has happened. So, when I last left off, I was building the master database, and the master database is complete. Like, I had just unlocked trains. Oh. I built a train station that goes around the world. And I needed like a centralized hub to like hook everything up to. Hey Nathamon, how are you doing? So I've got this train track that goes around the outside of the world. I've hooked up a train station out here in the wilderness that takes loot from the outside train and brings it into like a smaller circle around the inside. It goes around like this way. And I've built several other train stations that all hook into that. But basically, if you put anything on any train, it comes back here to the master database. Today is fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm very proud of what I built here. And I've got two trains coming out of the master database. This one goes directly to the space elevator. So whenever I build any one of the pieces in my main objective, like I can just hook it up here and it'll go straight there. And then I've got this one. This one takes anything I want to custom build, and it takes me to the hub where I've got special things set up. I'll show you that in a minute, but I should show off the master database. Basically, it's a million programmable splitters. So like here, for example, it's got like plastic, polymer, resin, and quartz crystal. If I go up a level, you can see like that is the right output of this guy, which is the right output of this guy, along with everything else that it's getting split up into. And you just like go further and further and further with it. It's not perfectly efficient, but like every item in the game kind of has its place, or at least I do all right with it. Problem is, like, there were a lot of things that are like undefined. Those get uploaded straight to dimensional storage unless there's too many of them, then they end up here. And we'll worry about that in a minute. As for the things, I've got the most important things on like the bottom two levels, like right up until wires. And I've got like the second most important things. Like, you're never going to use barrel nuts or blue slugs for crafting, but they might come up. After that, I've got like equipment. And then at the top here, I've got like the things that are just being discovered, like aluminum wasn't invented when I started this mess. But it's worked out really well so far. Like, my main objective was, like, I had just gotten to like tier 6, and I've forgotten where I am. Let's go check the hub. I've also built a bunch of mailing tubes, so I can head to like remote destinations very quickly. This one goes back to the hub. Whee! I like cruising underwater. I feel like that's the funnest way to travel. And this will spit me right back out of the hub. Boop. Right, so I was at tier 6, I completed the master crate base, and then like instantly I got here. I got to the point where I need to build fused modular frames. And we unlocked the blender. It was the first time I had to deal with liquid things. And I don't have liquid things in the crate base. This right here, I keep track of I tear down and destroy everything here occasionally, and I just build whatever I need to complete. Right now, this is set up to build those fuse things. I just don't have any liquid to send here. Liquid kind of had me scratching my head for a bit. Like, do I build a liquid storage area for the crate base? I decided not to go that route. Where are my trains? I want to take a train to the crate base. We'll take this guy. I'll show you like the route things take to get to the crate base. This is the train I put on to deliver things back to the crate base. It's a pretty cool guy. It doesn't go directly there, but it goes to a train that also doesn't go directly there. It takes me to another train that does go directly there. We'll go for a little bit of a train ride. Why not? Hello, kitty. And so this is like the train around my main base. This is like the fifth train I built. Because I noticed I'd build something like circuit boards, and I'm like, I don't need these yet, so I need to get this back in the master crate base. It doesn't need to get there in a hurry. I built this train station over here. Where I was taking like things like iron plates and sending them back to my other train. And this train goes back to the inner circle train. It's all kind of complicated. Hello. One thing I don't have in the master crate base is I don't have overflow control. I didn't think of that when I was building the original thing. I forgot how programmable splitters work. And so I'm very sad that I didn't build it perfectly. Is you can build these things like with one more programmable splitter and say like take whatever you get, put it in your storage crate, but take whatever doesn't fit and do something else with that, and you could just like have everything going into like a sink, and that would like just print coupons for you as much as you want, and then I could have fully automated everything. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm manually making sure I don't ever send more than like a crate of things. Alright, now this guy goes up to the inner circle train. I would hop on this train, but this one actually takes a while. It loops all the way around here, picks up things from the outer train, continues to loop around, and heads back here. By the way, I've got hover packs. And a cool thing about hover packs is they work with They work in the range of anything that's electric, right? And since I've got trains everywhere, I can basically fly now. But yeah, put anything on any train, it'll eventually lead back here, except for these two direct delivery trains that take whatever I need out of the Crata base. The way it works is, say I need aluminum casing for like the next project. All I have to do is hook up the aluminum casing sheet production to here. It gets merged, sent over to that train, and sent wherever I need it to go. And so, like, whatever recipe I'm working on, I just take the pieces from here and send it this way. ZB, how are you doing? It's good to see you, ZB. I saw you were streaming yesterday. I popped in, said hi, gave you a follow. Have you just recently gotten back into streaming? Headaches, too much Yu-Gi-Oh! That'll do it. Where was I? ZB's a pretty cool guy. I was streaming, and it looks like you just got into it. Like, you had like 48 followers. Nobody was... Or, you don't have a lot of following yet. Are you just now streaming for the first time ever? Or have you been streaming before and decided to get back into it? Yeah, you rarely stream. How'd I even find you? Twitch has this feature where it tells you like where people who chat with you, it tells you when they're live and what they're doing. And since you've been active in my chat, it let me know that you were live. Anyway, I like your capybara model, and your sound quality was surprisingly good for a new streamer, you know? Alright, what was I doing? Right. So I got to this point where I need to like transfer liquid to the main base. And I had a couple of choices. I could either make another liquid storage database, or my friend told me you can just unpackage things. And so the goal today is to find nitrogen, package it, and then send it here. And instead of having any liquid storage, I'm just going to store things packaged. And I'll send it to the unpacker whenever I need it. It'll send me whatever liquid I need back to the main hub. And we should be good to go forever. I checked the map on the internet to figure out what nitrogen I want. I think I can beep and see it from here. What do I even make? Like in terms of money, or in terms of like what do I make in this game? Right now, I'm trying to make I wish I could like use my mouse to show you things. Over here in this corner, I've got this little cube with little orange pieces, the fused modular frame that I need. You've got like a recipe to make these things. I need fused, I need aluminum casing, something else, and liquid nitrogen. And I haven't had a way to store liquid, but I need it now. Hey, where'd my nitrogen go? And so I've got a plan to get nitrogen from like way over here. Is that it? That's some of it. I think there's more even farther out. The whole scanner's continuing to go. There's another click. There it is. That's the nitrogen I want. Why do I want the nitrogen that's the farthest away? Because I want to set up another connection with the around the world train. Because right now, when I load up aluminum on the train, which I do like right over here, it hooks up to the outer world train and it goes all the way around the world until it gets it here. Just stupid inefficient. And I want things to get here faster. Like, it takes maybe like 18 minutes to deliver aluminum to the master crate base, which isn't awful, but it could be a lot better. So many things are going to shoot at me. Let's fly up and out of range. Flying has made this game a lot easier. What do we have here? Oh, sulfur. My friend's still kind of playing on his own, and occasionally he'll set things up for me. Like, every now and then I come to a place that he's already been and he's set up like an entire thing. He's got drones set up with automatic fuel and stuff. And so, like, one of the options for delivery I have now are flying things around. And I wonder if he's actively delivering something right now. Man, critters keep pointing at me. I think I'm safe up here. But he's got, like... I swore I dropped down the second I looked in the map. He's got a drone set up here. And I think it's mailing copper and aluminum back and forth for some reason. I forget what he's building. But he's got like some kind of automatic fuel setup. So if we wanted to go the drone route, we could build like a little drone platform if we need to deliver things. Like, one of the things I considered was like